This question is about James bird watching for 25 days and the number of birds he sees, and this asks for the several measures of dispersion and a box plot and outliers and all that sort of stuff. So we'll turn on the calculator, go to stat and go to edit to change my list. Now I'm leaving list 1 and list 2 intact because I'm using that for another question. So I'm going to use list 3. Now I've already entered the data. So if you haven't done that, then just pause and enter it so we can work through this together. So I've put in the list of the number of birds he sees each day. Okay, moving on. Now I'm going to calculate. I'm going to go back to stat and then I'm going to calculate. And I want one variable3. Okay, press enter. Now this time I need to tell it that I want list 3. Now it's already flashing A, so I don't even have to press the blue. I can just press 1. Oops, forget that I said that. Okay, so blue 1. There we go, list 1. Now I don't have a frequency list, so clear that. I don't have a frequency list at all. You can just put 1 because I entered every data individually. Okay, now moving down to calculate, and it says error. Why did you do that? It's very frustrating. So let's try and solve this one together because you might have a similar problem. Who knows? Maybe it's just me. Oh, I see. I went to list 2. I don't want list 2. I want that to be clear. I don't have a frequency list. Remember, I was just going to tell it to have 1. Doesn't like it. All right, so this time I'm going to try and just clear it. Stats, calc. Don't tell me list 1. I don't want list 2. I'm just going to leave that blank because I didn't have a frequency list. So I'm going to leave it blank. All right, I entered all my data just in one list. And it was list 3. List 3, blue 3. Now, if you say error again, I'm going to scream. Yay! Okay, so here's the mean. Did it ask me for the mean? No, it didn't even ask me for the mean. Okay, these are the other things like standard deviation and variance and all that stuff. So move down to what I actually need. The minimum value is 3. The maximum value, oh, here we go. This is the lower quartile. The lower quartile value is 8. The median is 10. The upper quartile value is 13. The maximum is 22. Okay? And it says the interquartile range. Now to find the interquartile range, I just have to subtract this from that. So I just say 13 minus 8, and that's 5. Okay, between those two, the range, the interquartile range is 5. Between 13 and 8 is 5. Now we're going to go graph. Okay, so we're going to go to graph. Oops, I better go back because I didn't actually show you how to do that. So now, so here's my list basically, and here's my all my wonderful measures. Now I want to graph it. So to set up your graph, go stat plot here, meaning statistical plots, blue and that thing there. And I'm using plot 1. If I wanted to, I could use a different plot, but I'm just going to stick with that because I don't have any other graphs of interest. Press enter to turn it on. Now, can you see here there's that whisker plot, box whisker plot, and there's also that one there. Well, the difference is this one is with the outliers turned off. This is with the outliers turned on, and that's the one I'm going to go for, that one there, right? List 1, no, that's not correct. I want list 3, baby. And frequency, nope, I don't have a frequency. Now here it's giving me a choice of a little pretty cross or a pretty square. I don't really care. So they'll just go stick with the cross. Graph, ready? Ah, why does this happen? Okay, I'm not going to redo this video because I could be solving some interesting things here. Stat plot on. There's the problem. It thinks I've got a frequency again, which I don't. I cleared that. So why does it keep telling me doesn't want me to do that. Well, let's put 1 and see what happens. Okay. Remember, I don't have a list for frequency. I put 1. Now, if this ready, set, go. I can't see anything there. Okay, so I'm going to check. I'm going to go down to stat. Did you see what I did? I went to zoom, right? And now I'm going to 9. Zoom stats. There it is. That's what I need. Okay, so those few troubleshooting steps might help you if the same thing happens to you. It's very frustrating. So just to recap, I made sure that in the zoom, I was on 9, which is specifically set up for statistics, okay? Now look at that cute little thing out the side there. That is what we call, ladies and gentlemen, that is called an outlier, which is how I feel right now. So now I'm going to go to trace and find out all these wonderful things. The minimum value is 3. The first quartile, the lower quartile, is 8, right? That means 25% of values are that side. This value is the median, that's the middle value, and I always remember that by the letter I is in the word median and in middle, 10. The upper quartile is 13, that means 75% of values are 13 and below, or 25% of values are 13 and above, or above 13. And then trace across to here, to x is equal to 18. Now you'll notice it does say the maximum, because basically this maximum value is an outlier. Okay, he's really messing up the data, so that is an outlier, and that's your outlier. So yes is the answer to that. Are there any outliers? Yes, and that's what it would look like on your box and whisker plot.